Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My first guest, one of the funniest people in the history of television, as far as I'm concerned.
How can I follow that now? The pressure. Can I say, I was watching the first segment in the green room.
Right.
Oh, what a dysfunctional family this is. Jesus.
Yeah, we tried it. That's what we've created here. It is, but it works somehow. I don't know. You're right. We are.
I don't say that in a bad way.
No, I understand.
Who didn't come from a dysfunctional family?
Yeah, we take it to another level here, though. But
it's a thing of beauty to watch, I have to say.
Thank you. Well, you would know, come from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, indeed.
But well, the great Susie Essman is here. Good to see you.
Hi, Artie.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So now, what you're from New York, obviously,
Yeah.
right? What part of New York you from?
Well, I was born in the Bronx.
Right.
And my grandmother actually lived on 161st in Jerome, so right across
Right by Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, right across. I used to sit on the fire escape and watch
No
the
kidding.
games. Yeah.
Oh, that must have been cool.
But then when I grew up mostly in Mount Vernon,
Oh, okay.
which is right next to the Bronx.
And when did you start? Did you start out as a stand-up or acting?
No, I started out acting.
Okay.
But it bored the crap out of me.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was going to be this thing, and then I started doing it. And
It can be. It can be boring as hell.
You know, when you're in acting class and you have the scene partner.
Yeah.
You know, and you're in, like, you know, West 44th Street, walking up 6 flights to study your scene, and he asks you if you want tea, and he's gay, and you have to, you know, it's just, and you have to look at his yearbook. Anyway. So
you do paint a bad picture.
Yeah. So I kind of stopped doing that, and just was in a very bad state for many, many years, and waitressing and dealing drugs.
Dealing drugs?
Yes, I didn't take them.
You dealt drugs?
Yeah, but I didn't take them.
What kind of drugs are you talking about?
Not good ones.
You mean
but
strong dope?
Not heroin.
I mean, okay, well, I thought I was going to get a number from you.
I
mean, like weed, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some other little things you put in your nose. But this was the 80s, you know.
Right,
It was
okay,
different.
yeah.
Not that I'm proud of it, but
That was lucrative.
I had to support the family.
I appreciate your honesty.
But yeah, and I was just in a very bad way. And then friends kind of, when I was 28, I was old already, kind of forced me to get on stage, you know.
28's not that old.
Well, but I was old for stand-up. A lot of stand-up start early.
That's true.
And I got on stage at an open mic night, and then it was just like, wow, this is the thing I'm supposed to be doing.
Where?
I had a place on Carmine Street called Mostly Magic.
Okay, so right over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know anything about stand-up. I hadn't been in a club. I didn't understand the art form. I didn't study it or follow it. It never occurred to me to be a stand-up.
You're just winging it, kind of.
Yeah, because when I was a kid watching the Ed Sullivan Show and all that, I didn't relate to that.
Right.
The jokes, and I mean, it was funny, but I didn't relate to it as me.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Well, those guys weren't being them. They were telling other people's jokes.
Right.
Like, you know, the Bob Hope thing. It wasn't until Carlin and Richard Pryor and those guys. And you related more to that.
Yeah, when I saw Pryor, that first concert, that blew my mind.
I agree. I think every comic would say that.
Yeah.
You, so now you started telling stories about your family or something? What was your
when I
early
first started,
material about?
my early material was just characters. I was afraid to speak in my own voice.
Oh.
For 6 months, I just did these characters, you know? And that was, and then I realized if I wanted to do anything, I had to find my voice. So
Based on what? Like neighborhood people?
Yeah,
or,
you know, my grandmother and my aunt and, you know, real people I knew.
Can I ask you, when you're doing that character on Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yeah.
who is that based on?
She's a composite.
Right.
She's a composite. She's not me.
Right.
But she's a composite of some angry women I've known.
Yeah.
You know, but actually, the first scene that I ever had to be really angry, Larry just his direction to me was, I just want you to rip Jeff a new one. And I thought, well, I've been in relationships before.
that.
I could do that.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
So I go after him, and he keeps on Larry pulls me aside, do it more. So I go after him more, and finally pulls me aside and says, make fun of his fat. I was like, you know what, Larry, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Jeff's my friend. He's got issues with the weight. It's mean. I don't want to do these. Just do it. He knows you're kidding. And the genie was out of the bottle. I mean, that was it.
Well, let me tell you something. You can really follow direction well. That's all I know. And Jeff is the best, you know, because I know Jeff pretty well.
Yeah.
He is the best foil for that, too, because the way he just stands there and takes it and his reaction. But the thing that makes me laugh the most is the dynamic between you and Larry David. He looks at you as almost like you're Godzilla or something when you're yelling, because he doesn't know how to handle it. Like it's so loud and so in your face.
But he always comes back.
Yeah, right.
And then we've kind of, you know, the whole thing, we've never discussed it. We never discussed the character. We never discussed, you know, our relationship. It just kind of evolved organically. And we've evolved into this thing where we hate each other, and then I invite him over for dinner.
Yeah,
and then we
exactly.
hate each other, and then we go to the movies together.
Which is how those ethnic families are, because I come from an Italian family,
Right.
and it's the same exact thing. You know, well, I do a joke in my stand-up act where my mother would say something crazy, like hateful, and then parental in the same level of voice. She would say, like, I hate you. I never want to see you again. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
And that's
We're
what it's
yellers.
like.
We're yellers.
We're yellers.
The Jews
absolutely.
and the Italians.
Same exact thing. Same exact thing. And so now, how long do you do stand-up before you, feel comfortable with it?
God, I still don't feel comfortable.
Really?
I mean, I feel, well, all right, I got to do plug Gotham tomorrow night
absolutely,
and Saturday night. So once I step on stage, I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how you are, but before, I have no funniness in me whatsoever, and I have no belief that I'm going to be funny.
I feel the same way. I feel like there's times where I go, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I? Like seconds before I go on stage.
Yeah, me
I'm like,
too.
I shouldn't be doing this. This doesn't make any sense. It's not
I have no
natural.
idea what I'm doing.
Right, you forget your stuff.
The minute I step on, and the way that I work is, and I think you kind of work, I never know what I'm really going to do. I don't have a beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
You know, it's always different. But the minute I step on stage, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Even though the files are racing through my head.
Yeah.
Of where am I going to go from here?
Now, do you get a thing where a lot of the people in the audience yell out stuff from the show? Does that get annoying? Like, you have to address, not hecklers. See, people, I get that a lot from my time on the Howard Stern show and even here. Well, they yell out stuff they
It's
know.
love.
Yeah, but you got to, it's not heckling. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They don't realize they're being annoying, and you don't want to not address them
Right,
because
and then
they're
they
fans.
say to you afterwards, I thought I was helping you.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, go away.
I thought I was helping.
You know? They think that. They think I'm helping.
Yeah.
They'll shout things out. You know, they shout out stupid stuff from the show or episodes.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what
I
some of
shut them up.
Well, that's what I mean. Some of them think, you're in the middle of a stand-up act. There's 300 other people
They always
in
do
the
it when
crowd.
you're about to do your punchline.
Right, I know. Their timing is the worst. Like, you think they would realize there's 300 other people who paid money. They're paying $12 for a bottle of Rolling Rock,
Right.
14, whatever it is to get in. And they
14?
think... I just had a mind fart. No, like 40 to get
Yeah.
in. And then they think that you want to discuss a certain episode with them.
And then the other thing that they do is they'll come up to me afterwards and they'll be like, I have a great idea for an episode for you. Can you tell this to
Yeah.
Larry? No, believe me, your life is not that interesting. Trust me.
Everybody thinks
you should
it is.
see my family. You should come to my office. That's a sitcom. It's not.
Well, exactly. Believe me. When I did 2 years on the show, Mad TV, a sketch show.
Yeah.
And believe me, as soon as that happened, everyone in my life, relatives, mostly friends, like older friends, were calling up. Something happened to me in the bathroom today. You've got to make it into a skit.
Yeah.
Use the word skit.
Skit.
You got to make it into a skit. I'm like, no, nothing. Believe me, it's fine.
It's not. The other thing that they do to me all the time is they come up to these guys. They'll be working, some gig on Long Island or something, and these guys will come up to me. They'll say to me, "I'm exactly like Larry David," and I'll be like, "You know what? I'll be like, you know what? You're just an annoying accountant. Larry's a genius."
Right. Well, the genius of people like Larry or Seinfeld is, and what makes someone a comedian, I think, is when they're bitching about something, they're funny.
Right.
They're not annoying. Most
Right.
people, when they bitch about stuff, they're just annoying. But a comic is able to bitch about stuff because all we do is complain.
Right.
But we can complain in a way
In a
which
funny way.
It seems funny.
That's
yeah.
funny. I never realized that that's what we do. All we do is complain.
All
You're
we're
right.
doing is complaining. Yeah.
The other thing that I get a lot is women and men will come up to me. I'm exactly like you. Really? And this is a positive. Or men will come up to me. My wife is exactly like you. And it's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, so I've had women come to me. My husband has a friend who's just like you, and we laugh. I go, really? They'll say, he is such a dirtbag. That's happened. And they think, it makes you money being a dirtbag. Right? I'm like, I guess. I don't know. How much does it take to get away from you? All right, when are you in Gotham exactly?
Tomorrow night, Friday, 8:30 and 10:30. Why did I say yes to 10:30? It's too late.
I know.
And Saturday, 8 and 10.
8:30 and 10:30.
And Saturday,
8 and 10
10.
Saturday. All right, we're going to take a break, come back with more of the great Susie Essman after these words.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.